Hyperthymesia. Hyperthymesia is a rare neurological condition where someone can recall nearly every event of their life in extreme detail. These individuals don't just have good memory, they can remember specific dates, the weather, what they wore, and even what they ate. Scientists call it highly superior autobiographical memory, HSAM. One famous case is Jill Price, a woman who can remember every day of her life since age 14. This ability cannot be trained or learned. Not all people with good memory have hyperthymesia. MRI studies show that people with HSAM have enlarged and more active regions in the brain, especially the amygdala and hippocampus. While it sounds like a superpower, hyperthymesia can be tormenting. People struggle to forget traumatic events. Many describe it as being trapped in the past, because bad memories remain vividly alive forever. There's no treatment or therapy to manage this ability. Research continues to explore how memory can be so precisely stored. Hyperthymesia reveals the astonishing capacity of the human brain and how memory can be both a gift and a burden. Myostatin. Myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy is a rare genetic condition where a person naturally has significantly larger muscle mass without intense training. It's caused by a mutation in the MSTN gene, which regulates the production of myostatin, a protein that limits muscle growth. When this gene is impaired, myostatin production is reduced or stopped, allowing muscles to grow freely. Children with this condition can appear like miniature bodybuilders from birth, with defined and powerful muscles. A famous case involved a German baby born in 2000 with this condition, who showed remarkable strength from an early age. The condition usually doesn't cause major health problems. In fact, most individuals are healthy and active, just with extra strength and size. Scientists are studying this mutation to develop treatments for muscular disorders like muscular dystrophy. Some professional athletes have attempted to block myostatin artificially to boost performance, though this remains controversial and risky. Even though affected individuals may appear to have super strength, they still need balanced nutrition and activity to maintain overall health. This condition shows how small changes in genetic code can produce massive effects, even granting abilities that seem straight out of science fiction. Savant syndrome. Savant syndrome is a rare condition where someone often with developmental disorders or brain injury displays extraordinary abilities in a specific field. This genius can manifest in math, music, art, language, or memory far beyond average human capability. Interestingly, most savants also have autism or other neurological conditions, yet they excel in one specific skill. One of the most famous cases is Kim Peek, the inspiration for the character in Rain Man, who memorized over 12,000 books and could read 2 pages at once, left eye reading the left page, right eye the right. Another is artist Stephen Wiltshire, who can draw entire cities from memory after a single helicopter ride. Some savants develop abilities after brain injury. This is called acquired savant syndrome, where the brain seems to unlock hidden potential after trauma. This phenomenon has led scientists to wonder whether all humans might have dormant abilities that can be triggered. Despite their extraordinary abilities, many savants struggle with social interaction, communication, or daily tasks. Researchers are studying how the brain stores and retrieves information so efficiently, and how certain regions can become highly specialized. Savant syndrome shows that the human brain is an incredibly complex organ. Sometimes, even through disorder, it can reveal mind-blowing abilities that seem almost superhuman. Congenital analgesia. Congenital analgesia is a rare genetic disorder where a person cannot feel physical pain at all from birth. While it may sound like a superpower, it's actually very dangerous. Pain is the body's natural warning system. Children with this condition often suffer burns, fractures, or serious injuries without realizing it, because there's no pain signal. A mutation in the SCN9A gene is one of the main causes. This gene controls ion channels in nerve cells that send pain signals to the brain. When this gene mutates, those signals fail to transmit, so the brain never receives the message that something is wrong. Despite not feeling pain, people with this condition can still feel touch, pressure, and temperature, just not pain. Some cases show individuals biting their tongue or cheek without knowing, or walking on a broken bone unknowingly. The main treatment is education. Patients and parents must be hyper-aware of injuries, with regular medical checkups. Scientists are studying congenital analgesia to find new ways to treat chronic pain, as understanding how pain is switched off could be helpful. While they may seem like comic book anti-heroes, in reality they must live cautiously, because not feeling pain doesn't mean they're immune to harm. Tetrachromacy. Tetrachromacy is a rare visual condition where a person has 4 types of cone cells in their retina, instead of the usual 3. Cone cells are the color receptors in the eyes. Most people have 3 types, red, green, blue, but tetrachromats have a 4th. With this 4th cone, tetrachromats can distinguish up to 100 million colors, far more than the 1 million most people can see. Colors that appear identical to us may look drastically different to a tetrachromat. They can see subtle shades invisible to the average eye. Most tetrachromats are women, since the gene for the extra cone is located on the X chromosome. However, not everyone with 4 cones can see extra colors. The brain must also process the additional visual information correctly. Scientists estimate around 12% of women have the biological potential for tetrachromacy, but only a few actually use it. The condition is hard to test. It requires special color tests with ultrafine gradients to identify tetrachromats. In fields like art, fashion, and design, tetrachromacy can be a superpower, offering significant advantages in color perception. Tetrachromacy proves that human perception varies greatly, and that seeing the world differently can be literal, not just metaphorical. Mirror touch synesthesia. Mirror touch synesthesia is a rare neurological condition where someone feels touch on their own body when they see someone else being touched. For example, if they see someone touched on the shoulder, they may feel that same touch on their own shoulder, even if no one touched them. This happens due to a hyperactive mirror neuron system, which responds more strongly than in typical people. Mirror neurons are parts of the brain that help us empathize and imitate the actions of others. In people with mirror touch synesthesia, this system is in overdrive. They don't just imagine touch, they physically feel it. The sensation can be pleasant, neutral, or painful, depending on what they observe. Watching someone in pain can cause them to feel pain too. This makes them deeply empathetic, but also prone to emotional exhaustion due to overstimulation. Some experience an advanced form where they physically feel others' emotions, like anxiety, sadness, or joy. There's no cure for this because it's not an illness, but rather a unique neurological trait. Many view it as a gift, despite its challenges. Mirror touch synesthesia reveals the extraordinary link between vision, empathy, and sensation, like the superpower of deep emotional connection. Xeroderma pigmentosum. Xeroderma pigmentosum, XP, is a rare genetic disorder that makes a person extremely sensitive to ultraviolet, UV, rays from the sun. Their skin cannot repair DNA damage caused by UV exposure, which healthy bodies usually fix naturally. As a result, people with XP must avoid sunlight completely. Even brief exposure can cause wounds, burns, or skin cancer rapidly. Children with XP are often called children of the night, because they can only go outside after sunset. Though it sounds like a curse, this extreme sensitivity highlights how powerful and essential the body's DNA repair system is. People with XP lack certain enzymes, such as XPC or XPA, which normally fix genetic damage after UV exposure. Because of this, their bodies act like living detectors for UV radiation. Even small amounts cause visible harm. In sci-fi terms, such individuals could be imagined as beings who react dramatically to radiation, like biological sensors. XP patients must wear protective clothing, high-grade sunscreen, and live in UV-proof environments. This condition reminds us that something as ordinary as sunlight can be lethal for a few, and that our natural defense systems are more vital than we realize. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, is a group of connective tissue disorders that makes a person's skin and joints extremely elastic and flexible. People with EDS can bend their bodies in ways normal people can't, like folding fingers backward or bending knees to the chest effortlessly. Some types of EDS cause the skin to be stretchable and pull far from the body without pain, similar to fictional characters like Mr. Fantastic. This condition is caused by mutations in genes that affect collagen production, the protein that provides strength and structure to tissues. With faulty collagen, body tissues become loose, causing joints to dislocate or twist easily. Though it may look like a superpower, EDS can be painful and limiting due to chronic fatigue and joint pain. Many with EDS become circus performers, dancers, or contortionists because of their unique flexibility. However, serious risks include problems with blood vessels, internal organs, and fragile teeth due to weak structural support. Diagnosis is often delayed because symptoms resemble common joint issues, yet early intervention is crucial. EDS is a clear example that what appears to be a superhuman ability may also come with hidden struggles behind the flexibility.